Hello everyone, welcome to a new vlog. I'm just paralyzed sitting on this couch alone at home because Falco took Leia for the second round of shoppings. It's Saturday and we usually do it in one round obviously, but because we did not really have a lot of plans for the day, I went earlier in the morning to the market and I realized that I forgot the camera. It was so hot and the queues were so long that it would have been anyway impossible to film anything. Well, I didn't even have equipment if that would not be the case. Actually, where I come from, it's a lot hotter than it gets in Germany, but last 15 years that I've spent here definitely has changed my endurance, bearing capabilities for the heat. I was never necessarily good with it. I was always getting sunburn and always having sun allergy, but at least I felt like that the temperatures, which were also indoor, quite problematic because we did not have AC in Georgia, I was dealing a lot better than currently. Have this stinging sensation as soon as the direct sun hits on me. So yeah, it was suboptimal. Also, for those who are first time on this channel and decided to tune into this vlog, I will shortly repeat that we live in a new developmental area, which means that there are trees, but they are not grown enough to provide any type of shade. So commuting distance on feet from my house to the local center already takes up to half an hour, which under direct sun can be quite draining. So I don't know, enough complaints, but I'm just sitting in front of the ventilator that we got also new because the other one was quite loud. It's essentially exactly same one that we had before, but it does the work and it fits with the rest of the interior and the colors in the living room, so I'm content. But what was I saying? I'm just sitting here wasting the time when I actually have so much to do. There are tons to be done in the garden. The wheat is growing, flowers in the flower beds need fertilizing. Obviously midday would not be the best time to do that, but you know, you have to get it done at some point and there is so much time to a week. So let's see how much I'm gonna manage in the evening. Apart from that, if you know me, stuff like that you see, like the 2 box filled with random stuff, just definitely tests my patience. But on a good note, Falco sorted out the sideboard, which is solely used for his techniques. And you guys, it was so long overdue. It was just, popping open with all the cables, unnecessary stuff that were inside. Also, I don't know if you could notice, but the TV is hanging. It doesn't have feet anymore, which is also in the red box and will be sold together with this old TV eventually, if I understood it correct, because we are getting new one. We are still awaiting a new couch and they wrote that it's going to be coming in 2 weeks time. Can't wait for that. This one is that uncomfortable for me that I just am literally counting days before the new one comes. Lunch rests are still on the table. Also very unlike me because I never rest. I usually do everything in a minute. The living room is semi under chaos. Box that needs to be taken out and some of the toys. For you guys, I can't be bothered. This house looks like lived in. Maybe there is nothing bad about accepting it for a moment, right? Let me quickly show you what I'm wearing. How many of you have been following me long enough to remember this dress that I got at COS? It's this sort of like teal color and has stretchy top, low waist that frills to a maxi skirt. It has pockets, and when you have proper makeup and some sun hat on top, I think it makes a very lovely look. I think you can see it better now. Did a quick tidy over here to realize that it was not the smartest idea to pick up this Peppa Pig bowling set without having any storage for it, and now it stands just randomly in the middle of the corridor. Garbage that I need to sort out. Tell me you live with a toddler without telling me you live with a toddler. Hello, you cuties. Apparently Falco and Leia forgot the water bottle, which is not also the smartest, bearing in mind the heat. But I hope that they are gonna buy a new one. Also, how many of you know me well enough to know that this little clutter over here that's been residing more than a few days is driving me crazy? But my recent goal that I'm working very hard on is to truly transform myself through embracing the pain that it gives me to see this every single day. and not nagging anyone for sorting it out and just waiting it up. How long it's gonna take that mini project gets, for whatever purpose it is, here on the kitchen counter, gets resolved on its own without me either doing it on my own, which I would not even know. Random stuff. I think this can be even recycled. We just left it for Leia to play. And then we also have the Pharaoh ball color, which is in color Moth Brass. This is the color that is behind the TV, and now the TV is hanging. There are a couple cables filling the space and we want to put it into a cable tube, and to paint it the very same color of the backdrop so that it's seamless. Let's see how that's gonna work out. I think Falco is planning to do that actually today. So this one might even disappear from the space. We have some more Cokes that I never drink, but my partner does. And you guys, we also have the Within Mood black cutting boards. I don't know if I told you. I don't know if you watched my previous video, but you probably would have seen that I unboxed it in gray color, which was obviously a mistake purchase. I slept over it. I had it 2 days long, laid out here. It was exactly same shade of our kitchen fronts, so it was not looking whole bad. In fact, I'm gonna insert a picture for you to see how it looked. But I somehow was not loving it. Everything that we have in this kitchen, accent-wise, is in black color, and I felt like that it was just something that I was forcefully trying to link to the kitchen fronts, but was not really doing it. So now we have it in black. And honestly, I think I'm not even mad at this being out here if someone forgets it, because we had these very old, ugly wooden boards that we still have for, you know, like other purposes, because it has some drainage, this little area for keeping the liquids in. So it comes in handy for other purposes. But for my daily stuff, especially that I'm cooking more, I really wanted something aesthetic. And here we have it. I think it actually is very pretty over here. You cuties. Oh gosh, how snuggled up they are. We have rollers down because it's super hot in here. Mimi is sick again. I think I have not really mentioned it, but Mia has a continuous bladder infection. She's still struggling with going to the toilet. So there is another layer of challenge added to me, because I need to feed her 4 pills a day, 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, and then some liquid with a syringe. Similar to Leia, I'm blessed with having girls that are very, very difficult when it comes to taking the medicine. It is pure horror to catch her. I tried everything, mixing it up with treats, like making it in form of powder, mixing it with her liquid treats, and nothing really seems to be working. The only way I get it in her is to catch her, open her mouth, and then put it inside, which she often spits out. But what needs to be done, right? Also, for those who watched my monthly favorites video, this is my another favorite recent purchase from Within Mood. This beautiful tulip vase in brown color. I'm in desperate need of flowers over here. I'm gonna insert some exemplary pictures from their store where they exactly had this one displayed and how pretty it looked. It's just beyond the words beautiful. And the flowers, maybe it was not the smartest idea not to get it today on the market, but you know, there is so much you can remember and there is so much you can carry. So it's one of the few upcoming days, one thing at a time. Let's make it dark to keep it cool. So you guys, it's a little later in the day, as you can probably tell, because I switched my clothes to this very simple set. This white top has huge cleavage, so much so that I can't wear any of the bras without them peeking out. And oh yeah, and the pants are Zara that cost me insanely a lot. I purchased this one without trying because there was, as always, huge queue at the changing room. I don't even know how you guys shop in the store if you do. I have a best friend who only shops in the store. If I do a blind purchase, it always ends up exactly like that. This was the smallest size, but way too big. So I went to my local center to get it tailored. And you guys, honestly, all they had to do was cut a slit in the waist and make the rubber bit a little bit tighter. That's all. And then close that hole. Do you know how much they took of me for that? 20 effing euros. And if I would say no, I didn't even have a alternative here, so I just went with it. And now this is one of the rather expensive homeware lounging trousers that I ever intended to get for myself. Now, the reason why I am up here is that I just had to sort out some of the clothes. You can see that I have not even properly closed the door because, as always, in Hamburg, the weather has been all over the place. The range of clothes on my hanger were insane. From cashmere jumpers to wool blazers to mini skirts and strap tops. So now that it's super hot this few days, I decided to pull everything warmer upstairs again to the main wardrobe. Also, the reason for switching the outfit is that Valgo just wrote me that he got some garden pool water sprinkler type of thingy for Leia, which I assume as soon as they are back home will be put to operation. And if I end up being outside, which I don't know how good of an idea it is in this heat, I want it to be in something comfortable when it comes to dealing with a toddler that climbs you 20 times and wants you to pick up things and, you know, whatnot. I wish I could put it in words. I literally can't breathe. It's that hot. It is another super hot day in Hamburg, you guys. And I just finished working and am getting myself ready to hit the grocery store before I pick up the Leia. I don't have a whole lot of time, so I need to really rush. But I did not want to leave without showing you my outfit that I'm very much feeling today. So from top to bottom, I'm wearing a crinkled linen shirt with this top once again that has very deep cleavage. It's been ages that I wore Dior saddlebag. Do you guys remember how everyone, like literally everyone, was wearing this handbag? I don't regret getting it, but I regret getting it in this size, to be frank. It doesn't fit anything. I barely squeezed in my card holder, and that's it. I have my old Zara shorts from a few years ago and my Hermes Oran sandals. That's that. Now, in case you're wondering why I'm wearing the overshirt, it's because it's that hot that I'm scared to get burned and I'm too lazy to cream my entire body. So that's my alternative for the situation. I'm planning to do mushroom risotto with chanterelles mushrooms. Do I even pronounce that correct? Pfefferlinge for those German speakers up here. I also have giant prawns that we wanted to grill on Sunday. Plans got mixed up because I was doing sports, so we decided to keep that for another time, which is gonna be tonight. Let's hit the road. You guys, barely made it to Edeka. It's so freaking hot. It's so hot that steam is coming out of my ears. I am late to the Kita pickup, but I called there and apparently Leia slept, which makes me feel not so bad about my late pickup because that means that I still will have enough time to spend with her throughout the day. So that's a good thing. As for the rest, let's hit the store and get the shopping done with because I also want to squeeze in a cold coffee pickup. You guys, we are back at home, which means I need to give Leia the well-deserved attention that she might be asking in a minute, bearing in mind that I picked her up later on. But at the moment she's entertained building her railway track. So I'm gonna use the moment to show you what I got. As already mentioned earlier, I already had some of the ingredients like prawns and mushrooms and rice, but what I needed was leech as well as saffron, which is must-have for risotto. And then, because I don't want to include alcohol in my risotto, ChatGPT proposed to substitute it with lemon. That's what I got as well. By the way, I'm gonna include a recipe on the screen. It's also a creation of ChatGPT, somehow molded two recipes from online saying that it would work best with my ingredients. Let's see about that. I'm gonna put a little note on the screen in case I don't tune in that late on anymore because I want to upload this video today. And in case it's worth it, you'll have also a recipe. Apart from this, I also picked up some cut pieces of papaya. I know I already said myself that I'm not huge fond of cut fruits, but they still looked very fresh. And I thought on a hot day like today, it would be a good snack for Leia. So I have mango and papaya, as I mentioned. So So with this, I think I'm gonna officially say bye for this vlog. I know it did not have any substance apart from some random content from a very usual casual days in Hamburg. But maybe that's the beauty of vlogs, because it just depicts our day-to-day life as it is. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you did, you know what to do. I'm always glad to see new subscribers on this channel, and if you're new here, don't hesitate to drop a comment and introduce yourself and tell me what do you like on my channel the most. It always boosts my motivation to read on that. Thanks once again for being here, and as always, I'm gonna see you next week.